5 back again. Gonna continue my Doki Doki playthrough. Clearly, you can probably tell by the title of the video. But what I just noticed over here is there's a tab called History, which I don't believe I've explored. I think I've only ever saved and exited this menu, so let's take a peek at what this could be. What? It's just the history of my past conversation? I guess if I missed something. Oh, that's weird. I thought it might be meta. Natsuki, Yuri, and of course Monica. Would I really be happy spending every day after school in the literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Alright. I just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. Good fortune finds me every time. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. My poems that are always so similar to Yuri. You have unlocked a special poem. Would you like to read it? The obvious choice is to pick yes. But I wonder if no will... Well, it's a good thing I literally just made that save right before. Okay, I like that. Alright. Yes, we'll read the special poem. Stare at the dot to reveal a special message. I'm staring at the dot. I promise. I'm doing exactly what it says. I want it to spook me good. I love you. It's not very spooky. It's kind of sweet, really. Alright, I'm staring. I haven't blinked. Do it to me. Do it to me. My eyes are drying out from the fan. Alright, I'm going to press the X button. 3, 2, 1. What the fuck? Where's Monica's sticker? I'm missing Sayori and Monica now? They're both gone? Alright, I think I'm going to get some very, very interesting options here in this poem. So, let's go with... Hopeless prayer. An analysis of my disaster. Captive I am to the loud imagination of hearing her heartbeat again and hearing her whisper, hearing her forgive. Flee I must the pain of the infallible, disoriented anime, agonizing determination only leads to death, climax, starscape. Here it is. Here it fucking is, dude. What was that? Is that a film reel? Was that supposed to be Sayori? Alright. Well, I'm going to tell you officially that every time it does one of those things, I get chills from the top of my knee to the halfway point of my shin, which does not happen often. This might be a little strange for me, but at least I keep my word. I'm back at the literature club. I was the last one to come in, and everyone else is already hanging out. Yuri, you have something on your face, babe. Oh, thanks for keeping your promise, Senpai Chris. I hope this isn't overwhelming of a commitment for you, making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. I forgot in the beginning, Yuri thought I was real dumb. That was the film roll pulling on her face, by the way. Fuck. Oh, come on. Like he deserves any slack? He already had to be dragged here by Monica. I don't know if you plan to come here and hang out or what. But if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Fuck. Excuse me, Monica. Fuck, dude, this is so weird. Okay, so she's superimposed over the writing, which has not happened once in this game. Fucking A, like she's... And the music's not right. And to make matters even worse that you guys can't see as streamers, there's a fucking bug flying around my screen. And he likes to hover around the edges and then dart across it. Now, Siki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga inside the classroom. I remember that line. Monica? Now, Siki finds her stuff... And now the fucking image of the classroom is tilted, dude. Manga's literature. Swiftly defeated, Natsuki pops back into her seat. Oh, I'm sorry, Senpai Chris. I'll make sure to put your comfort first, okay? Also, all of them are way closer to the screen than they were before. It's cutting off the top of her head. Yuri shoots Natsuki with a disappointed glance. Anyway, now that you're in the club and all, perhaps you might have interest in picking up a book to read. I literally can't tell if that's my audio breaking or not, or if it's the game. Dude, listen to the music. It speeds up and slows down. Fuck this. This is... I didn't mean it like that. Ooh. If you don't really want to, then forget I said anything, I guess. Oh, no, it's not that, Yuri. I want to try to be a part of the club. So even if I don't read often, I'd be happy to pick up a book if you wanted me to. Are you sure? I just felt like, well, as vice president and all, that I should help get you started on something that you might like. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention, even if you don't usually read. And we could, you know, discuss it if you wanted. How is this girl accidentally being so gosh darn cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Phew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. And now it goes back to normal. She doesn't kick off the activities. Yuri's face is buried in the book. Natsuki's rummaging in the closet. Where's Monica? She was talking to Sayori last time. Whew, I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a little bit more. But at the same time, I would feel bad distracting her reading. I catch a glimpse of the cover of her book. And it looks like the same book she lent to me. More than that, she seems to be on the first few pages. Crap. I think she noticed me staring at her. She sneaks another glance at me, and our eyes meet for a split second. But that only makes her hide her face deeper in her book. Sorry, I was just spacing out. I swear I wasn't staring at you. I mutter this, sensing I made her very uncomfortable. Oh, it's fine. If I was focused, then I probably wouldn't have noticed in the first place. But I'm just rereading a bit of this, so... That's the book you gave me, right? Her eye isn't on her face. Her eye isn't on her face, man. Her right eye is... Okay. And I just now noticed. It's probably been like that since she came back up to me. You can even see the outline where it was supposed to be. Oh, it's back. I'm just curious, how come you have two copies of the same book? Well, when I stopped at the bookstore yesterday, now I'm just looking for what's wrong in the frame. I don't see it. That's not what I meant. I mean, I just happened to buy two of them. Oh, I see. There's something fairly obvious here that Yuri isn't telling me, but I decided to let it go. Kind of like she wanted to read the book with you, guy. I'll definitely start reading it soon. Oh, I'm glad to hear. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. It's a very engaging and relatable story. Is that so? What's the story about, anyway? Well, I look at the cover of the book. The book is titled Portrait of Markov. There's an ominous-looking eye symbol on the front cover. That's what her fucking poem was about. No wonder it didn't make any fucking sense. They were about they were foreshadowing. But I don't remember what the poem said. I just remember the title. Basically, it's this religious camp that was turned into a human experiment prison. And the people trapped there have this trait that turns them into killing machines that lust for blood. But the facility gets even worse, and they start to selectively breeding people by cutting off their limbs and affixing them to... Oh, that might be a little bit of a spoiler. But anyway, I'm really into it. The book, I mean. Not the thing about limbs. That's kind of... It's kind of dark, isn't it? I'm still not trusting that left eye. It doesn't seem like it's on very correctly. Yuri made it sound like it was going to be a nice story, so that dark turn came from nowhere. That's an incredibly dark turn. Breeding people by removing their limbs? Are you not a fan of that sort of thing, Senpai Chris? Oh, no, it's not that. I mean, I can definitely enjoy those kind of stories, so don't worry. Oh, I hope so. Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri is into those things. What do you mean you forgot? You didn't know. She's so shy and reclusive, but on the outside she's... It's just that this kind of story, it's the kind that challenges you to look at life from a strange new perspective. When horrible things happen, not just because someone wants to be evil, but because the world is full of horrible people and we're all worthless anyway. Then suddenly... I'm rambling, aren't I? Not again. The skip option was up there for 1 second. This game's strange, man. Don't apologize. I haven't lost interest or anything. Well, I guess it's alright then. But I feel like I should let you know I have this problem where I speak in a deep demon voice. When I let things like books and writing fill my thoughts, my whole body gets incredibly something and then gibberish. I kind of forget to pay attention to other people. So I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange. And please stop me if I start talking too much. I really don't think you need to worry. That just means you're passionate about reading. The least I can do is listen. It's a literature club after all. Well, that's true. In fact, I might as well get started reading it, right? Yes. I mean, you don't have to, but... What are you even saying? Let me just get the book. I quickly retrieved the book that I put in my bag. Alright, it's fine if I sit here, right? I slip into the seat next to Yuri's. Yeah. Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive. I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to. It's just something I'm not very used to. That is, reading in company with someone. I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything. Alright. Fucking dude. I open the book and start the prologue. I soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not particularly a bad thing. Maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri is in the corner of my eye. I realize that she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. It looks like she's reading from my book instead. Oh, sorry. I was just bathing in the feeling of your body heat. Something. Yuri, you really apologize a lot and quickly say things in a really dark, deep voice, don't you? Oh, I do? I don't really mean to. Sorry. I mean... Here, this should work, right? I slide my desk until it's up against Yuri's, then hold my book more between the two of them. I suppose so. Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we each lean in a little bit, our shoulders are almost touching. It feels like my left arm is in the way, so instead I use my right hand to hold the book open. So I guess that makes it kind of difficult to turn the page. Here. Yuri takes her left arm, the book is way closer to her, by the way, and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and forefinger. Alright, so let's take a deep look at this initial image it's showing us. Her ear's sticking out from behind her hair. She's just looking down at the book. She's kind of blushing. Everything else seems relatively normal, just the classroom setting. It feels like this part's been kind of long. Has this part been kind of long? Or am I just fucking hardly breathing? Let me kill this part, drink some more beer. I'll be back. Oh, it's getting good now. It's getting good now.